Hello everyone, welcome to a video on the upgrade of SocketRelay. So if you are familiar, you go to app.chargingthefuture.com to access version 2 of the app, and what I'm working on is version 3. On the left hand side we have what the design mockups will be for version 3. And the intent of the video is to give you a progress update on what's happening. I'm about 50% done with the app as a whole, which means there's still a decent amount of work that needs to be done before it's released. But this is an opportunity for you to look at the design changes and provide feedback if you have any. So with SocketRelay, it is a way to do a quick request for something and for someone to fulfill that need. I like to think that it's kind of like a hybrid between a Twitter and Craigslist, right? Make a quick post on a feed for something that you need, and someone can fulfill that request for you. It's one of my favorite features of the app. To the right, we have version 2, and the core feature doesn't change. It's really going to be a user design change that's really happening. So on the right hand side here, this is my real profile where I have made several relay requests. I can go to the public page of SocketRelay, which is loading right now. So this is going to be the list of not only my request, but anyone on the platform who has made a SocketRelay post. And sorry for the slow loading. I guess my internet is a bit slow right now. All right, so since I'm already logged into the application, the left navigation shows of the application, but if I click here and hide that, this is what it would look like if you're not signed in and you're just looking at all the public requests of SocketRelay, which is right here. And the reason why I made it public is because, majority of targeted individuals who are real are primarily on Quora. And so if someone makes a Quora post and they link to their SocketRelay, they'll get more exposure to be connected with other targeted individuals that can fulfill a request for them. And so, again, this is like the public page. And so, I made a post. I can view the request here, and then I can go to the URL bar, copy this link, and post it in a Quora post and say, hey, can someone help fulfill this request, as a simple example. Apologies again for the slow loading here. And so the core features, again, of SocketRelay in version 2, which is what we're looking at now, will be the same in version 3. Very simple. And the post does expire in 14 days. This is just a way to keep it clean in terms of having a feed of active posts that people can engage with. And so within SocketRelay, right, after a request is made, there's this, if someone is going to fulfill that, so basically someone can click a button and say, yeah, I'm going to fulfill that request. A little module pops up and it creates a one-to-one chat space for interaction for that transaction. So for example, I'm looking for a seamstress. Someone will click a button and a chat will open between myself and the person who's the seamstress, and we can then communicate about that exchange right there. And so with the redesign, which is what we have on the left-hand side, it's going to be the same thing. So if you're not signed in, you'll have access to look at all the requests, and we can see here that there's now going to be filtering. It's going to be a little bit more interactive. And one of the changes that's going to happen, which there's going to be a video on it, is that the difference between version 2 and version 3 is also the implementation of a utility token called service credits. which again, if you click in the bottom left-hand corner, you can go through the screens of that to get an idea of what that feature will be. I'll just give a quick overview of what service credits is. Again, it's a utility token. It's only available within this community. And the reason why I introduced it is because there are a lot of targeted individuals who, because of targeting, have become unemployed or their income is now limited. And so if you're adding value within the TI skills economy, you will be accumulating service credits, which you can use to exchange with other targeted individuals who accept service credits. So as an example here seen in the screenshot, there is an individual who says that they're in need of groceries and they have 15 service credits to offer an individual. And you can see now you can click respond. That will open a one-on-one chat with that individual for you to complete the exchange. Now, service credits is 100% optional. You can use US dollars if you want because this is a peer-to-peer marketplace. However, with service credits, they can't exit the platform. And the reason why this is significant is now with a utility token, that means perps can no longer interfere with our ability to exchange goods and services and participate in the economy. So, as a simple example, for myself, my Cash App account was deleted, for example, right? So the whole point is restrict your ability and to transact with people, and so service credits is not impacted by perps. And so with that, there's now an option to have PSYOP-free exchanges with people. And that is really the gist of Socket Relay. You can post an offer, post a need. You can click respond and open a chat with that person to complete the transaction. And then once the transaction is done, the chat ends. The next screen shows what Socket Relay looks like if you are signed in. So yeah, there's now going to be filters. You'll see some stats as well. Pretty straightforward. This is what the screen will look like if there aren't any posts made yet. This is just a screen of what it looks like if the app is loading while you're waiting to connect. And that's the gist of Socket Relay. Now, another core thing that has changed app-wide is that everything that's in the web app will now be in an Android app. So this is showing you what the mobile view will look like, which is completely different from version 2. In version 2, the only feature that's available on Android is Chime. And so on version 2, you go to Chime in the web app and it gives you a link to get the Android app and you download the Android app that way. But now everything that's in the web app will be available on Android. So this is what it's going to look like if you are signed in and on mobile. What it looks like if there aren't any requests on the platform. And that is it for Socket Relay. If you have any feedback or questions, please let me know, and thank you for joining.